So you're a coach and you want to be seen as an expert in what you coach on. Well, if that's the case, then this video is for you.
We all win when we all win. We all win when we all win.
Hey there, my friend. I'm Super Sid, the Marketing Shaman, and I help coaches and healers create their first or their next 10K payday where they generate $10,000 for their coaching or their healing business in 30 days or less using a profitable presentation. And in today's video, we're specifically going to be talking about how you or anybody, any coach out there or healer can be seen as an expert, specifically in the niche that they are coaching and healing in. How do you be seen as an expert healing trauma? How do you be seen as an expert helping people with divorce, no matter what it is or what problem you solve or what solution you provide? Right? As a coach or a healer, how are you seen as an expert? We're not only going to be talking about specifically what omnipresence is online and offline, but we're specifically going to be talking about how do you get seen by people who need your help right now. There's a couple of things that we do every single day over at our coaching and our healing business that help us get seen, and I'm going to be going over with you those things here in this video. So if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe and go down there and grab your free gift of our perfect profitable presentation pack right now. Without any further ado, let's head into this video. There's a big lie out there, a big one. And you know what the crazy thing is about this lie is that it's being said every single day. And I would even be one to argue that it's being said right by 80% of the marketplace, that classic 80-20 rule. But what really is the big problem when it comes to the coaching and the healing industry? And it really comes back to this word expert, right? Expert. And what I really think has happened is we've had a lot of people over the past couple of years enter into this great knowledge-based industry where you can go out there and you can coach, right, someone, help them get to a goal, help them get to a target, help them get somewhere where they possibly have never been in their life and that you have, and that you could show them how to get there, or possibly you could heal them. You could heal them from their trauma, from past experiences, whatever it might be. But we have so many people that are entering into this coaching or this healing, market, and they're actually not experts. And I'm going to say that gingerly, but they're actually not experts. Maybe you've ran into one or two. Maybe, you're running around and you see that this one random person decided they wanted to put a phone in front of their face and call themselves an expert. Say that they could help solve this certain problem, but the problem was they actually hadn't solved it themselves. The problem was they're actually not doing the things that they claim that you should be doing, right, themselves every day. They're not being fully transparent, they're not being truthful, and honestly, they're not being that trustworthy in exactly what it is that they coach on. So we've gotten to where there's this huge problem, and people can just think they can put a phone in front of their face and start talking, and all of a sudden, they're an expert. And unfortunately, we see a lot of that in the coaching and the healing marketplace as well. And I'm hoping, right, that you're watching this video. So of course, it's probably not you, but ultimately, right, one of the biggest things we want to identify and understand when it comes to being seen as an expert is we actually got to be an expert. We actually got to solve a problem. We actually got to have a solution that we have done and that we can prove that we have done. And you're saying, okay, well, what if I haven't helped anybody? Well, have you helped yourself? Have you helped people for free? Have you actually went out there and been an expert in what you're claiming to be an expert on yet? Because if you haven't, then you're probably not an expert yet. You're an amateur. You're brand new. You're just getting started. But by going out there and trying to claim yourself as an expert without being an expert is not okay. And ultimately, that could be a huge problem that you're seeing when it comes to people signing up with you in your coaching business is clearly because you're just out there claiming yourself as an expert, or just like a lot of other people are, when you're really not an expert at all. Before I go into this next piece of explaining how to know if you're a specific expert, right? How to know if you're an expert in the niche, how to know if you're an expert in the coach, how to know if you're an expert as a healer and what it is that you're choosing to help people with, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out new and exciting videos every single day showing coaches and healers so they can go out there and generate their first or their next $10,000, right? What we call, right, generate or reach a 10K payday in 30 days or less using a profitable presentation. Make sure to click down there and subscribe. So, how do you know if you're an expert? How do we know if we're experts as coaches or healers? And it really comes down to answering one very simple question. It's a simple question, but it's one I don't know if people are scared of, if they don't want to answer, if they're scared of what the answer might be. I don't know, but we have to answer this specific question and know the answer to the question that we just asked. How do we know if we're a specific expert? Have we actually done what it is that we say we're coaching on? Have we actually helped anybody that do the thing that we're saying. I cannot tell you how many coaches that we've ran into, and I'll ask their question. They'll say, I promise people this and that thing. And I'll say, awesome, that is so cool. So how many of this or that thing have you actually helped people get to? Oh, well, not really any yet. Oh, but you said you were an expert. Oh, I had this great idea, but no one's taken me up on it yet. Okay, well, you have a great idea, but until people actually get help with that, until you become a business and not a charity, until coaches become businesses and not charities in their business, where their business is making money, it's for profit every week, right? Is it really a business? Are they really an expert? Now, I'm not saying that there's not people out there that are very, very smart, but there's a lot of very, very smart people out there that don't make a lot of money, although dancing monkeys normally do. So being able to go out there and show off, right, how much of an expert you are is very, very important. But understanding that you are an expert because you learned it or you earned it, meaning that you have done it in the past, or, right, that you have someone else's opinion. Someone else knows that you can do it. But ultimately, right, until you have actually done it, until you can say that I have done this thing and helped solve this problem in the past, is anyone ever going to be considered an expert? All right, so now you know you're the expert and you're super excited because you're like, yeah, I've been listening to this the entire time and I'm the expert. Awesome, well, you're the expert. How do you get seen more as the expert? How do you get more eyeballs on you as the expert so they can come to you and say, hey, you're the expert in this thing. I want to get your help. How in the world do we get, right, those eyeballs? How do we do that? Well, it's very, very simple, right? We start talking about it. And I know that sounds very elementary. I know that sounds very simple, but the truth is we start talking about it. But it's not just talking about it, it's actually purposely talking about it in front of a group of people who need our help. And one of the great things that we do over here when we help people do that is we run what we call profitable presentations. These are like virtual and live events where we put on a presentation, where we are actually able at this presentation, at this virtual event, to help solve a problem that someone might have. When we put on these presentations every single week, we're able to attract, right, people who need help with that problem, and they are able to see us demonstrate how we can solve that problem right in front of them. By doing that, right, they automatically see us as an expert because we solved a problem. We demonstrated how we could do it. We didn't talk about it. We didn't talk about an idea. We actually solved the problem at the presentation. Well, some of you are saying, well, Sid, if you solve the problem, why are they going to sign up with you? Because you might have solved a smaller problem where you can help them solve a bigger problem. Maybe I'm helping you here when it comes to being seen as an expert, but you're actually going to go out there and make more money. Maybe creating a 10K payday for you sounds really good, but this is one small piece of doing that. So I'm able to help you out full out, give you everything that you need, because this is one small piece to going out there and creating a 10K payday. Ultimately, what I'm able to go out there and help people with as a coach or a healer. And that's exactly the way that you can look at it too. There's going to be stepping stones along your process to helping people with a big thing that you help people with, helping them accomplish or get to the thing that you help them with. There's going to be really, really big stepping. Maybe you help them with one of those stepping stones. Maybe you help them with something a little bit smaller. But ultimately, you get this group of people to come to you, and they ultimately see you being the expert in action. They see you demonstrating how you can help people, and ultimately, at the end of that profitable presentation, at the end of that event, you probably helped a few of them, and I bet you this. I bet that those few have probably signed up with you so that they could continue getting your help more as their coach. Are you a coach or a healer who's looking to go out there and make more money? Maybe you're looking to go out there and create your first or your next 10K payday as that expert that we talked about here in this video. Well, if that's you, then I have something that's great for you that we just talked about here in this video that is going to help you put that together. That's called the Profitable Presentation. Well, we have what we call the Profitable Presentation Pack, and it's down there in the description right now, absolutely free. Now, what the Profitable Presentation Pack is going to be is it's going to be a pack that's going to include 3 specific things: my script, my template, and my slides, which is going to help you go out there and build out your profitable presentation in about 30 minutes or so that you can go out there here in the next 30 days or less and use it to make more money. Specifically, get on the journey to reaching your first or your next 10K payday. It's absolutely free, and you can grab your profitable presentation pack down there in the description. And don't forget, we all win when we all win. Let's go out there and let's make a choice to win today, not only by subscribing to this channel, but by going down there and grabbing your free copy of the Profitable Presentation Pack right now. We'll see you in the next video.